5 seconds remaining. Radiant team.
Hello everybody and good evening. Welcome back to some Phoenix Dota Season 2 Intermediate Division on the SCA side of the server.
10
I'm
seconds
going to be your
remaining.
caster for tonight. I am Anna the caster and currently I don't have my co-casters with me. They're
5
currently
seconds
doing something
remaining.
but they will be joining us in
Radiant
just a
team
moment.
ban.
So for tonight's matchup here, we have the loser semifinals between TBD and Vandal Savage, or also known as
10
Vanguard equals
seconds remaining.
15 armor officially, but this is going to be an elimination match in this best of 3. Winner goes forward, loser
Radiant
will
team
be going
ban.
home. Hello Pretz, I see you in the chat there. We should really cast a game together sometime. I don't know when that will be, but we should
10
schedule one
seconds
together. I
remaining.
definitely want to cast one with you, Pretz. But anyways, enough of that. We're going to be now focus time. Alright, we have to be real guys
10
because
seconds
this is do or
remaining.
die time. It's a Banal Savage TBD.
Dire team.
I mean, these two teams, they're third and fourth, if I'm not mistaken, in the group stages. And honestly speaking,
10
Vandal
seconds
Savage,
remaining.
this team last season in the intermediate division, they had some of them
5
were part of
seconds
the Egg
remaining.
Squad, if I'm not mistaken. I think 3 of these members are part of the Egg Squad that won the intermediate division last season. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, they reformed their team. I think they got some new members, or rather some old members, technically speaking, into playing in this one. This is coached by Aya as well, so we're gonna be seeing how far this group can go. But on Team B Determined, don't count them out, because in this season, let me look at their
Dire
season
team pick.
matchups actually between these two teams. So last time these two teams faced off, it was a 2-0
Radiant
victory for
team
Vanguard
pick.
15 armor. And now we're gonna be seeing just how much of an improvement that TBD has made throughout, their group stage playtime. Looking at the bans right now for TBD, they're gonna be
10
banning out the
seconds
Mars, the
remaining.
Magnus, the Alchemist, and the Shadow Demon. For Vandal Savage, they're banning out the Lich, the
5
DK, and
seconds
the Night
remaining.
Stalker as well. And they're gonna be first picking this Clockwork. By the way,
Dire
that
team
Mars
ban.
is gonna be a respect fan for Universe. So Universe, one of the really good Mars player. No glaze, but he does play a pretty good Mars. TBD instead, they're gonna be going with the Undying pickup to counteract that Clockwork.
10 seconds remaining.
I'm really excited to see, this lower.
5
I'm always
seconds
excited to see
remaining.
do or die matches. It's probably one of my favorite series to cast if it's not a grand finals, just because of
Dire
the
team
fact that
ban.
there's just so much drama, there's so much pressure. I mean, a lot of players can say you can take these kinds of tournaments, these kinds of games for as a fun time, as a kind of leisure, but at the end of the day, if you lose this series, you're just gonna be going home with no chances left.
10
Morphling will be the
seconds
next ban here for
remaining.
Vandal Savage.
5 seconds
A hero
remaining.
that gets brought up whenever there's an Undying pick here. It's usually the Snapfire that would get picked to counteract, a Phoenix and as well as an Undying. But I don't really like, personally, I don't really like picking Snapfire just to counter an Undying or a Phoenix. Just because, yes, these two supports, they do have a lot of impact with their spells. But I don't think you should be centering your entire support lineup or your lineup around a Snapfire, just because, Snapfire isn't really a super meta support
10
slash core,
seconds
considering
remaining.
all the changes, considering the nerfs actually to her
5
little
seconds
shredder.
remaining.
Now it's not really ideal to be used as carry,
Radiant
but she could
team
be
pick.
played as a position 4 with the right matchup, but still not something that, oh, actually, TBD, they're gonna ban it out just to be safe, because Universe does play Snapfire pause 3 every now and then. I can confirm, I've seen that. And hello, joined. Oh, it's Kraos. Hello,
Hello.
Kraos. Yeah, you someone took a while. SMH left me all
Uh,
high and dry.
I uh I am outside right now.
What the
I
heck?
just for a little bit. I mean, look, it's dropping cost. I'm at a restaurant. I'm waiting for a friend to come. Why not?
Alright, I guess so.
Okay, what do
Alright,
we have, Anna?
alright. Yeah, your mic is a little bit, what do you call that? Low quality, but you are outside. So far for
Okay.
TBD, their first pick is Undying, and for Vandal, their first pick is Clockwork. That's what we have so far.
Let's see. Interesting. Was the
Dire
Undying
team
first
pick.
pick?
Undying is second pick actually. Clockwork was the first, and TBD they'll pick up the Rubik next.
Hmm.
It's about everything we have so far at the moment for
I mean,
these
the
picks.
the bands are pretty standard, right? But we see
10
the
seconds remaining.
usually the ones that give the people most problems are kind of
5
banned. You
seconds
have the
remaining.
Alchemist band, Morphling, DK, carry bands. Those are, I'd say, the top three most common carries. Lena was banned in second place, which is a surprise to me because I thought
Mm.
that hero is actually first
Dire
pickable.
team
But
pick.
I like how they also respect ban the Uni, Morris, and even the Magnus.
Yep.
Because yeah, I mean it's interesting. And they pick up the Dawnbreaker. Okay, I do not agree with this pick. Dawnbreaker hates playing against both Rubik and Undying. The Tombstone is a nightmare actually for even a core or even both cores and supports to play around. And Rubik can steal the Dawnbreaker ulti really easily, as well as the hammer, which is also really amazing for Rubik to steal. So a little bit strange, but maybe it's a practice that
Gyro.
8, 9, 3, 1.
What do you think, Anno? What do you think of the pick so far?
Picks of who?
What do you think of
4,
the pick so
10
far?
7,
seconds
4,
remaining.
I
4.
feel like it's honestly it's for Bandle
5
Savage. This
seconds
is pretty
remaining.
standard from them, having a Clockwork, which is a Rykes hero if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check if Rykes is +4 here. Yeah, he's we've seen him play Clockwork a lot in the past, and now pretty standard pickup from him, roaming +4. For the Dawnbreaker, this is a uni hero, obviously, or rather, not really obviously, but this is a uni hero because Universe has a somewhat active
10
offlaner
seconds
pool, likes
remaining.
to get in on the action after getting one or two items, right? That's why
5
Magnus
seconds
and Mars
remaining.
is his specialty. Gyrocopter is a very Corona hero. If I'm not mistaken, Corona was either part of the Egg team last season or part of another team. And what Corona likes to do is really likes these farming heroes and get that mid game power spike and try to join the team with at least two or three items. For TBD, I'm not really familiar with their game because I think this is the second time I've casted them. But the Undying Rubik is a little bit curious on the support combo because this is going to be pos 5 Undying with a pos 4 Rubik
Dire
most
team
likely,
pick.
with the Centaur and now Bristleback pos 1 most likely. So I'm a little bit iffy with their lineup right now, but this lineup is scary once it can get rolling.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think TBD's lineup so far is very deathball-y.
10
Yep.
seconds
It's
remaining.
really like we don't care if you run at us because we will
5
run at you
seconds
even harder.
remaining.
Yep.
And I like the Centaur response for the gyro because Centaur ult is really nice for disengaging and then re-engaging for gyro. Dawnbreaker ult, Clockwork does deal with that for a little bit, but I think Clockwork actually has been pretty heavily countered
Mm.
already by most of these heroes. Gyro is a very interesting pickup actually because you are actually picking I mean,
Dire team
I
back.
assume this is the carry.
Viper.
Actually, it could be the. Ooh,
Interesting. This
I
could be a
guess.
Dawnbreaker 4, no?
Uh, I think it's more likely that they do Dawnbreaker 5 here.
Mm.
Um, I'm not sure yet though, but
10
I
seconds
think this Viper
remaining.
pickup is a bit strange. I kind of don't really
5
agree.
seconds remaining.
I think it's like okay, so I think the logic is there's a BB of which we don't have any solutions to yet. Gyrocopter, which I'm assuming is carry, doesn't build Silver Edge, so again, there's no answer
Yeah.
to BB. And then we don't see the enemy mid lane, which means that we need a blind pick of mid to
Yep.
go against that to provide the works. However, there are quite a few problems with this Viper pick, one of which is that he's really immobile
Mm-hmm.
against lineup on the Radiant side, which is super mobile, and plus you have a Centaur. He's also
Radiant
very
team back.
susceptible to people running at him and collapsing on him, which again TBD has quite a lot of. And Banda Savage right now only has the Clockwork to stand in front to kind of so-called tank for the Viper.
Yeah, and another
Um,
thing with these kinds of counter picks,
10
right,
seconds
Kratos,
remaining.
because I've noticed like some of these teams, whether it's like high
5
or
seconds
low
remaining.
MMR,
Radiant
any type of
team back.
MMR, every time they see a certain hero that seems like it's strong, for example, Bristleback, there would be these what I call knee-jerk reaction picks, where like they see a Bristleback, oh, we see Bristleback, we have to counter him instantly, and who's the hero that can counter him? It's going to be Viper. I'll admit it's
10
actually a
seconds
pretty
remaining.
decent counter in the mid game part, early to mid. But once Bristleback
5
starts getting
seconds
his
remaining.
items like Bloodstone, BKB, Sanjin Yasha, Viper won't really feel as good if to snowball into a Bristleback later on. So I feel like this Viper might have been a little too knee-jerk reactions just so that to counter this Bristleback, and now they put themselves in a they cap
10
themselves
seconds
basically on the side of
remaining.
Vanguard equals 15 armor. So now you're basically telling your carry,
5
you're basically
seconds
telling your
remaining.
team, hey, they have a Bristleback, we have a Viper, we end this game within 30 minutes. If you don't, we're gonna lose. I feel like they're just handicapping themselves with this pick.
I agree as well because I mean, so one thing I also realized is that Nyx, which is typically considered a traditional counter to BB because he's a brick, right,
Oh
is
yeah, Nick
banned.
Shard, yes.
It's not banned, and they didn't pick it. Instead, they picked Viper,
Dire
which
team
solidifies the
pick.
fact that this hot wall has to be 4 and Dawnbreaker has to be
Hmm.
5. Or they're picking the Dawnbreaker to be a support.
Yeah, we'll
I
see with the last pick.
disagree with this,
Radiant
to
Invoker.
be
So
honest.
plus 3 Viper, and yeah, this is going to be a Dawnbreaker 4 if I'm not mistaken.
Oh no, I really don't agree with this at all. No, no, no. This is a bad pick. If you do Viper
10
3,
seconds
what
remaining.
you're saying is that I can Viper 3 and top
5
work
seconds
4 against a
remaining.
Bristleback Undying
Mm-mm.
lane. Can you imagine what the lane looks like? It's no, it doesn't work. You're just gonna die over
Yeah.
and over again.
And it's a little bit
Ah,
concerning. Tiny will be the pickup, by
Choose
the way,
your
for TBD
hero.
mid. So Tiny's actually coming
okay.
back into mid. Like, why is that, Kratos? Like, why is he coming
I
back a
think
little bit?
I think it's because a lot of these. I mean, so think of it, right? A lot of these offlaners nowadays aren't really initiating ones. I know Centaur is, but Tiny provides a lot of
Mm.
rotations,
Yep.
which is something that is important for a team-based, I guess, draft.
Yep.
So what a lot of people like to do is that they like to stay in lanes more, farm up efficiently, and then because mid lane is so vulnerable to
Oh
being ganked,
wait. Oh, sorry to interrupt you, Kratos. I
yeah,
think this is a Viper
5
4 or 5.
5.
Yeah, 5 actually. Wow,
Okay.
wait. That's a
10
cook.
seconds remaining.
Okay, that's not too bad. Actually, that's a lot better. Um, but I do think this Undying is going to stomp over the Righteous Universe thing still.
Yep.
That's
Another thing, by
um,
the way, I want to bring up, Kratos, with the Tiny trying coming back into mid lane. I feel like Tiny is also a relatively good answer to what other mid lanes or like the S tier mid lanes, right? You have Invoker, you have Lina. That's basically top of the meta in terms of mid. And Tiny is like one of those few heroes. He's relatively tanky, if I'm not mistaken, because of his craggy exterior, and he has his crash landing toss facet, which he can use to constantly harass, let's say, a Lina. Like that's actually deceptively a lot of damage in laning, which Lina doesn't really like. Lina likes doing a lot of harass, but she can't really take harass back for from her opposing mid laner.
yeah, I mean, a lot of these mid laners are low HP, kind of squishy, like Sniper, Lina, Invoker. They hate being caught, and Tiny provides a lot of catch and repositioning. However, I do want to say though, I think the Tiny. Now that I think about it, I think this is just Shane's really tiny mid hero pool
Yep.
uh, coming to play, and not so much the tiny counter pick. But I do
Yep.
agree. I think it's a very very good tiny game.
Yep.
Um, I think. What do you think of the odds here, Annie?
Of
I
sorry.
have some things to say, but I'll let you decide first.
Something to say about what? Sorry.
The likelihood, the win percentages.
Oh wait, sorry. You're a little bit like
Oh, sorry, the win percentages.
the win
Like, who do you think is gonna
percentages.
win?
Starting looking at the lineup, I feel like TBD has somewhat of a deeper, have more a little bit of a late game chance, but rather sorry, my mistake. I feel like TBD one they have this mid game chance of like a really good mid power spike, but on the side of Vanguard equals 15 armor, they have this relatively they're pretty even in terms of mid game, but I think the late game will probably be towards Vanguard just because of a gyrocopter. I mean, sure, you have a bristleback that could potentially like run over you, right? But if this gyrocopter can at least kill 2 to 3 of bristleback's teammates, I feel like it's their game to lose towards the mid game. But yeah, that's what I think, Ikreos.
My read is actually a bit different. So my sensing is you have a gyro, you have a viper, and you have a pet, and maybe Dawn, right? Looking at these five heroes or the lineup on the Dire side in a vacuum, if you don't consider the enemies, I would say the timing is kind of early. They wait till about 7, 8 to 10 minutes, and then they start running at the enemy safe lanes. They ball together and start like taking towers, start catching people, killing people over and over again.
Yep.
The reason is also because their lineup doesn't really do anything with 1 or 2 people alone, but they will do really well with groups of 3 and 4. However, that is heavily countered. That timing like power spike is heavily countered by Radiant side because you have Undying, which is the epitome of anti-run at you. You have the Bristleback, which again is the epitome of anti-run at you. You have the Centaur, which just runs the fuck away, and then you have Tiny, which you want to run into somebody and in kind of low HP, you got to watch out for the Tiny avalanche combo. It is, I would say,
Yeah,
the only
is
avenue.
the center good?
Oh no,
Yeah, just... Alright, that's
yeah,
hilarious. Alright, anyways, sorry to cut you off there, Kratos, but let
yeah,
me
go ahead.
introduce these two teams first before we get started. So on the Radiant side, it's going to be Team B Determined or TBD. It's going to be Woosh on the Bristleback, Surge on the Rubik, Yue on the Centaur, Orphan on the Undying, Aegis on the Tiny. On the Dire side, it's going to be Vanguard equals 15 armor, or Vanguard for short. Raikes on the Clockwork, Universe on the Dawnbreaker, Akari on the Viper, Beamy on the Invoker, Corone Fan on the Gyrocopter, and looks like both teams are gonna smoke up, going on each other's high ground, but we're gonna potentially have a first blood fight and Undying. Ops will go for the decay first, and into the Team B's go. Doesn't
30
count,
seconds to
doesn't get caught
battle.
out though. We're good for now, but smoke did get broken, and now they know that the 5-man unit of Vanguard is in this high ground, and they're gonna be backing off and going for a 2-2 rune split. Nothing much there. Alright. A little bit of a show of strength there.
Radiant's definitely a lot stronger than Dire, and they should try and take a fight. So
Uh-oh.
that's both teams doing.
Enjoy
Aegis
yourself, but
locking
not
down
too
Aegis.
much.
Oh, he gets pushed back one more time. Blood Grenade will be committed as well. Aegis forced to use his Fairy Fire, but he's gonna get popped
Oh
by
my
this
god,
Akari
Shane,
Viper.
come on.
Oh my, you do not like that. And support differential, what can you do, Aegis?
Come on, Shane, you're better than that.
Very early first blood there, and at the very least, it didn't go to the mid laner per se, but Shane had to use a Fairy Fire to try to survive that one, and I don't think they were ready for it. I don't think he was ready for them walking up.
I mean, nonetheless, I think this is a pretty easy lane for Shane on mid.
Wait.
And I don't think Beanie is very lane dominating mid. I think his mid game powers is really good, but laning wise, I don't think he's that strong. So I would actually expect Shane to have a very cushy time just pushing out base and far to get to second timing.
Anyways, Krayos, what's going to be your lane to watch here? What do you think is the most important lane for both these two teams?
Oh, I just want to see how Universe is gonna deal with this nightmare of the lane. It's super fucking hard on bot. Like Undying is the antithesis to both of these heroes. Unless for some reason a carry VP, sorry, not carry, Orphan fucks up on the positioning and gets dope 2-in-1. This should be an incredibly easy lane for Universe. Sorry, for the side of Radiant.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to see how many times they die because I think there's gonna be a lot of deaths down there.
A bit of banter there in chat with Raikes and Orphan. Yeah, looks like there's a little bit of a internet problem here on the side of Tiny. But anyways, Going off topic here from the away from the internet problems, but yeah, this is going to be game one out of the best of three series. The winner actually will be facing your team, Creo. So are you gonna be like really watching this game closely with your team, or like your team is probably watching along with this cast to
Oh
see
yeah.
get notes,
I
right?
mean, we respect both teams. We're definitely not going to underestimate them. Uh, I think we will wait for the game to end before we study, either team. Otherwise, we have to watch both, right?
Yep.
We'll decide like who we study after it wins. Um, I think right now my team is chilling and playing. I think some of the people on my team are playing the ESL one rally qualifiers right now.
Oh, shout out to them.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
I was supposed to cast one of a mini motors game actually, but I said that I had dinner, and I think by this time I think they're already done with it, so I
yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
cast it sadly, but I'm keen on casting these open qualifier games, you know. If Minimotor asks me again, shout out Minimotor, thanks for asking me to cast. But I will be down to cast more of those games in the future if ever there is an opportunity. And looks like Tiny is back. And here we go, back
I
to the
mean, I
game we
think
go.
I think there are people who are interested in doing the uh if you do like a cast or some of these qualifier games, we
Mm.
probably ask like the
Open qualifier
organizers if
actually.
yeah, no, the close ones.
Oh, the close
Because I
ones.
think they might be looking for casters, like just casual casters. Then
Mm.
you just go on the official channel.
Okay.
Something you
Well,
could consider.
maybe one day I'll try to see what happens. I'm shy to Rosa. I am twirling my hair right now. If you
What
can.
the? Oh no.
I'm just kidding. All jokes aside, 0-1 start here in the early minute. Thanks to the first blood by Akari, and Akari in a little bit of trouble, getting hit by the neutral camps as well. So a lot of harassment on a Viper, and Viper level 1 with no corrosive skin. Very soft on that POS 5 Viper. So have you ever seen a POS 5 Viper? I mean, I've seen POS 4, right? But not really POS 5.
I have. I think
Uh-oh.
it is a
Upside.
situation.
Should be fine, Yui. Too speedy for that one. High horsepower should be able to get him out of that mess. And sorry, you were saying, Kratos.
No, no, I think it makes sense in certain matchups. Definitely, I know Carry VT plays this support Viper like more than he
Oh
should.
wait, bottom side. Whoosh, he's gonna get dove on. Raikes gets a kill in the cogs. Universe and
Oh, God.
Raikes, they're gonna be able to take down that plus one bristleback, and instead of the Undying stepping out of line, it's actually this bristleback that steps out of line. And yeah, bristleback did have the bristleback. Try saying that 5 times, but topside, Surge gets gone on, and the rocket, or rather the poison burst, finishes off this Rubik, and it looks like at the moment it's going to be all Vanguard at this time. Bottom side, Orphan gets caught out inside the cogs again. Oh, big decay stacks coming through. Gets the strength of both these heroes, and Woosh, I think he's gonna try to run them down. Level 2 on the Quill Spray. There's a stick here on Raikes, but I don't think it's going to be enough to keep him alive. He can keep this chase going if you're that bristleback, and that will secure that kill. Universe has to be careful. He's gonna try to turn on this one. Whoosh, trying to dive the tower. The bristlebacks, a Quill Spray, too much for Universe to handle. So after that early death by Whoosh, he turns around and he's gonna get 2 of his own. Action pack in the bottom lane. Inside. Tornado going up here onto Aegis, but Aegis, he does have his trusty bottle with him, so he should be fine. I always like watching Invokers play this one out, Kratos.
If I'm not wrong, Invoker's V means like specialized hero.
Ooh.
I think actually on the side of Fire, they literally pick 5 complete heroes
Mm-mm.
instead of drafting for matchups, which is a good strategy in some cases,
Oh,
I guess.
topside! Surge falls down to Corona Fan's homing missile. Raikes chasing Orphan. Orphan has to be careful. We'll use the mango. Get back to good amount mana to get the tombstone back up. But yeah, I mean, shout out to the really good Invoker players in this league, right? Shout out to Mel. I love Mel. I'm a Mel fan. Shout out to Skyloss Pos for Invoker that one time. He played it last season.
Your eyes.
Actually, your coach, Kraos, Skyla played
Yeah.
a pretty
I
good
just
Pos
did
for
Harry
Invoker.
Invoker the other
Yeah.
day.
Oh my
So
goodness. Also, shout out to Catnip Invoker, pos 4. I know Catnip plays a pos 4 Invoker, so if someone shows him the border, if Catnip is here in spirit, I shout you out, bro. I love watching your pos 4. Topside, Yue, gonna get chased down by the Rocket and Akari. This pos 5 Viper doing its work, Rayos.
Yeah, I mean the magic resist reduction with poison stacks, and then you have to add Gyro on top of it. And you just chase them down over and over. So looks like it's a very good combo.
2 to 5 start, 5 minutes in. TBD against Vanguard 15 armor, and I feel like for the X factor for TBD, I don't think it's a bristleback. I honestly think it's going to be the tiny pos 2. What do you say about that, Kratos?
It better be, because Shane is an extremely greedy mid laner. He doesn't really rotate until he gets his,
Two fights
you know,
simultaneously happening. Whoosh inside the cogs, gets hit by the Starbreaker, and it looks like Whoosh gotta get rammed down with the shrapnel, or rather with the battery assault. I get confused. I thought it was a shrapnel. Topside, Yue try to go for the Viper. They'll secure the kill thanks to the Fade Bolt, but Akari will take down Yue at the end. So these side lanes for Vanguard doing super well. So we were able to cover the X Factor for TBD, right? Who do you think is the X Factor for this team of Vanguard in this game at the moment?
I mean, this game is going to come down to Rikers and Invoker during initiations, for sure. So I'd say it's them. Like, their decision on whether to go or not to go will be very important.
He's gonna die again! Side lanes are getting dominated. Mid-side, Rikes makes his rotation over. Pressuring up Aegis, who's fine, but he doesn't really have much of a bottle left. I think, yeah, Beamy picked up the illusion rune there. Bottom, Universe, has to be careful. Does have 10 stick charges, but should be fine. Whoosh will not try to push forward onto this one. Shout out to Whoosh, by the way. I still have one of his highlights where he was on the Phantom Assassin and he destroys the team of BBC last season, if I'm not mistaken. Shout out to another Phantom Assassin player. If Night Song is still here, I'll still bring up that one time he got blown up by 6 golems. Imp golems of the Warlock. I will never let that one go, Night Song. I love you. But that was still really funny until when you pointed that one out. Wisdom Rune gonna be taken here by both sides, so Yue will actually be picking up their Wisdom Rune. Corona fan uses the call down to clear out this wave. I mean, this small camp. Small camp, really, now, Corona. A little bit overkill, wouldn't you say? Getting off the pull as well. Bottom side, there's a gank here from Akari, and Akari makes his rotation over and kills off the Bristleback once again. TP from this Tiny, a little too late. Top side, looks like they want to try going on to Corona fan to try to get some kind of exchange here. But Corona is fine. He has a lot of move speed thanks to the Windlays, and Yue popped the Stampede as well. I think he tried to go on this top side while trying to save the Bristleback. And it looks like Akari gets a kill onto Aegis bottom. Aegis makes his rotation bottom side and he pays a price for that. Viper pos 5, 6 and 1. Double the kills of TBD at the moment. Shield rune gonna get
it's really showing up in this Viper plus 5. It's so much damage, and if you know the enemy is just out of position a little bit, it's very easy to get him killed. So yeah, well done, Akari.
Topside, Akari, gonna be the next target, but it looks like he will be able to use a Viper Strike onto this Centaur, and Centaur gonna get taken down by the rotating Beamy. Cold Snap will be coming through onto this Undying. Undying did use the Tombstone, but I think they will be able to handle with that one in just a moment. Very low HP on Corona fan, and Orphan gonna get stuck in the cogs, will be taken down. Double kill for Beamy on this Invoker. 3 to 12 start.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Corona fan on this gyrocopter. Look at the CS differential, Kraos.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
74 last hits. And the next
Yeah,
highest
honestly, I'm
is
really shocked.
46 on the Tiny.
I am pretty shocked here. This is very surprising to me. Actually, I'm the most surprised about bot lane doing so well for Vanguard.
Uh-oh. Bristleback, he's gonna get hit by the Viper Strike. They're gonna use the Stampede to try to keep him alive, but he should be fine. Sunstrike coming through. So low, swoosh. Keep on running, boy, but he looks like he will get caught out by the Celestial Hammer of Universe. Yikes. Bottom, looks like Orphan gonna get ran at here by this Rikes Clockwork. Into the trees we go, but the Cogs traps him inside and looks like Akari dominating on this Viper. 7-1. Beamy, low HP in the mid lane. Should be fine though.
That was unfortunate. He could have got the kill there, I think.
Look at the net worth as well, Kurios.
Yeah,
5,200 on the Gyrocopter, 4,000 on the Invoker. Next best is the 4K on the Tiny. This Bristleback is not having a good time, and they're gonna smoke on the two supports again.
Cue the massacre coming in now. When Vanguard are grouping up.
Oh, hook shot
really
misses.
big.
A little bit off there by Rikes, and Whoosh says that he's pathetic. I think they're trying to still chase this one. Wait. Uh-oh, Whoosh. He gets rooted by the creep! No! Not like this! They're gonna use that Solar Guardian as well! Oh my goodness! No way, Whoosh! Oh no, assist to the Hill Troll! Oh, that hurts. Oh my god.
Bush is getting stomped today. He's not having a good day. They really addressed this BB pick, and I guess he's not also playing to his limits properly, I guess. Because a lot of these moves, he's getting caught out by just a clockwork, and he overestimated his tankiness.
My good. I mean, at that point there, in the hard cap, Grails, what can you do against Ensnare? It's like having a Hellbearer clap you. Mid-side EMP hookshot going in onto this Tiny. No mana to work with, no TP rotation, and soon to be no HP left. Oh, Stampede going through, but the Sunstrike lands perfectly. Coming through his UA with the Hoof Stomp on top of Beamy. They will be getting this kill onto this Invoker. Sunstrike stolen by the Rubik. Orphan gets Rikes. 2 for 1 in the mid side, but here comes a TP rotation coming through from this Dawnbreaker. We'll get the kill onto UA. Call down gonna be used on top of Orphan, and Orphan can't help his team out. Whoosh comes over, gets a kill onto Akari, so that's a mega kill at the very least, but it looks like gets caught out by the Starbreaker. Corone now on a killing spree. So overall, 3 for 3 in the mid lane. Actually, it's technically a win in their books, Krayos. Just by a bit on the side of TBD.
Damn, that's saying a lot, because it means that you're
still going.
you're behind.
Observer Ward catches out Aegis once again. He gets a toss away there onto Beamy, 3-man avalanche, but he's stuck inside these cogs with nothing left in the tank. Aegis dead again. Back-to-back deaths on this Tiny.
And he went for naked Blink Dagger as well this game because he wanted to try and make a move to pull them out, but they are grouping up so well, and they are, moving as at least parties of 3 or 4 into the enemy jungle and catching up these heroes which are just farming 1 or 2. Honestly, on the side of TBD, they actually need to group up and try going for making moves now, because if they don't, they're gonna just, keep getting shit on right now.
By the way, Kraos, look at his ward. Look at that. The sentry is barely touching him.
That's unfortunate. That's so unfortunate.
Well, Dota is still, Dota is still a game until that Ancient falls, you know that, right, Kreia? So, 6-19, 13 minutes in, 5k gold lead. It's certainly doable, right? But 7k net worth on the Gyrocopter to the 4.9k. Oh, wait, topside! Corone, AD rune, Aegis, can he get the kill? Stampede gonna be committed. Solar Guardian as well, trying to save this Gyrocopter. The call down will be used, but it's gonna be a little bit of a whiff. They have another toss at the ready. Sunstrike from Rubik. Yue actually gets a kill with the Blade Mail. Toss forward onto the Dawnbreaker. Yue gets a double. Tornado getting caught here onto Yue, also in the cogs as well. They'll find the Clockwork, but they'll also find Yue. 3 for 1 topside. Here comes a Viper Strike on top of the Bristleback. That's a lot of damage. Toss back though onto the Invoker to keep his Bristleback alive. Sunstrike, unless Sunstrike. Beamy. You know, you want to try. He's trying to juke this one out. But really good response there on the side of TBD.
Yeah, I mean, I maintain that if TBD is able to take the game to a bit later, the fights start getting really, really easy for them. We see the power of what happens when your team is there instead of you just running away from a mass train of like 3 heroes or so. Now at this time, you have Shane to initiate and Centaur is just there to follow up the blade mail, which is great, by the way. And then you're able to have another target to toss onto the clock. Well, it's very easy then, the setups. Net worth is one thing, but if you're able to execute these team fights well, you also see that Centaur went for a naked. Well, he didn't go for boots basically. He went for blade mail and
boots on this, if I'm not mistaken.
Real? Nah, I think he still won boots.
For
Like
high
the extra
horsepower?
boot is still good. Yeah, like just get a brown boots, right? Move speed is so important in this game.
Yeah, I would understand that. But to his defense, right, Kraos, you're gonna get Viper struck, you're gonna get stunned, you're gonna get slowed by the Celestial Hammer. And speaking of getting stunned, slowed, and getting gone on, looks like Surge getting hook shot into the Sunstrike, alley-oop. Corona fan gets that kill with a flat cannon. But there are a lot of slows, there are a lot of stuns on the side of Vanguard, right? So I could see the logic behind UA. You try to go for your other items just because you know you only have one chance to try to initiate, right? I would see why you would save that 400 gold and it went to this early Blink Dagger Blade Mail 15 minutes in, right?
Yeah, I mean they do definitely want to initiate on
side.
hero.
Oh, Starbreaker into the Sunstrike, but blinking forward, two-man stop here by Yue. He really wants to try to start keep this fight
let's
going.
go.
Blade Mail going through. Corona has to run away from this one. Here comes Universe, trying to take down this Centaur, or looks like he won't be successful. Universe spots a Blade Mail. Surge playing around this one. They will get that kill onto Universe. Yue playing around perfectly with that one. Tornado though catches out the Rubik. Celestial Hammer away. Golds out will be flying through, but the slow from the Celestial Hammer, will it be enough? Sunstrike going through, lands on top of him. Atos from Akari. Can they get these hits in? Yes, they can. Akari with a freshly bought Atos and a two-man stomp by the Centaur Conqueror on the way out. Wait, Yue, too deep. Gets Viper struck inside the cogs. We go, Yue. Gonna take a tumble toss forward. You're dead anyways, buddy. So let's try to take them down with you. Whoosh pushing forward here onto Beamy. Orphan dies actually. I think that was a Sunstrike. I'm not too sure how he died. Whoosh can't even get the kill onto Beamy. But Tiny, they aren't even gonna get the kill onto the Viper as well. Oh, Kraos.
My gosh. Oh, if only Tiny was like 2 seconds earlier with the TP there, that fight would have been 100% won super hard for TBD. That's so unfortunate actually, because Centaur was going in and he baited out like so much response. It was a 3-man avalanche if Tiny's TP had completed a bit earlier.
No. Oh no. Aegis in the mid lane gets caught out. Beamy now on a killing spree. It's just sad to watch here, Kraos.
Man. I guess, time to throw my hat in the ring to play mid for TBD. I'm kidding. Shane is doing his best. I guess it's not really the best setup for him because the side lanes went so poorly. But definitely, the fights haven't been turning out well for them. I do maintain though, if they can make, good moves, look, the gyrocopter is actually pretty easily burstable. Like, if you guys can smoke out once, just burst him. Who cares about the Dawnbreaker ult? Like, seriously, you have a Tiny, you have a Centaur with Blade Mail, and you have, lots of shit to bring him down. It's actually going to be very, very easy.
Yeah, and not just that, Kraos. You say that this gyrocopter is burstable, right? And if you're able to get the burst down, plus assuming that this Dawnbreaker will be using Solar Guardian to help out his gyrocopter, that's gonna be a 2-for-1 special, basically.
Yeah, I mean, you can. The good thing about the really nice thing about Undying against Dawnbreaker.
Inside, Orphan. Oh my gosh! Corona just disintegrates that Undying. By the way, I would like to acknowledge Kitsune in chat. The scriptwriters better have cooked something up for this series. Yeah, we definitely have something cooked up, Kraos. We won't tell you, but there is something cooked up. As speaking of getting cooked, inside the cogs once again is Whoosh. He's gonna get cooked up by the Solar Guardian. And again, Beamy now dominating. Blink forward though. It's his Centaur. They want to try to burst down this Invoker. Atos going through. He already used a Stampede. He's just inside the nether toxin, getting burned away. Poison is way too much. Aegis will rotate over here. Gonna try to take down the Viper, but he can't even do that. In the backside, Rykez finds Surge. Beaming now with a mega kill streak. 4 for 0, bottom side. And it's right now, it's all Vanguard.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
they are making this tempo play work, and this gyro is starting to come online with his damage. I think once he starts hitting this BKB or Satanic, it's gonna be super freaking hard for the side of TBD. They actually need to start making moves now. Like they are trying to do this thing where they're like semi-farming and semi setting up stuff, but Vanguard is actually playing very well together. They don't actually have a moment where they expose their weaknesses, but that's also partly because TBD is trying to be as efficient as they can, which
The hook shot
honestly
in
is not
with the
played.
facet of the Dawnbreaker, or rather the innate of the Dawnbreaker. They're gonna get that initiation onto Whoosh, but no clear follow-up. It's all the distraction, but in the backline, Yue will be jumping on top of the Invoker. Can they try to get this kill? Viper Shark will be going on top of Whoosh, but it looks like it's a disengage ultimate from the Viper, just so that they can get a clean getaway. Tier 2 gone, and now they're also heading for the hills for now on the side of Vanguard.
Oh no, Bristleback is going for the shard.
Oh wait,
I
they
know
find the
it's a shard.
gyrocopter, but the gyrocopter picked up a shield rune. They get the stomp, they get the call down. Do they have the damage though? He doesn't have the blade ball active. They're gonna turn on this centaur. Too deep, and then Undying gets disconnected.
No, man, Shane's are just all in there. The gyro doesn't have any lifesteal or anything like that. He can just burst him down. The centaur was there. If Shane just stuck on him, the gyro would have died, and it would have delayed the push by so much. Oh, that's actually such a big mistake there. Shield rune is only 1k HP, right? That's not that much. You just get the centaur there at the plate mill.
Gonna get taken down inside. Here comes Corona fan. Running after this Rubik, and a slow but silent killer. Homing missile takes him down. Actually, Shane gonna jump back in, gonna get a gyrocopter. Yes, he can. So that's a dominating kill streak gonna be taken away. Akari will also fall down to Aegis. Aegis still alive, but hook shot. I may have spoken too soon. He gets cursed by me, the caster's curse, and El Classique. And that's going to be a 4 for 2 trade-off in the mid lane.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Unlucky.
Radiant's
I mean, a good pick off on the gyro now, right? Like, it means that it's very
Yo,
difficult
wait,
for...
oh, Centaur goes in! Yo, wait, finds Beamy! The cojones on this Centaur! It's extreme! Going to the high ground is a Dawnbreaker, trying to meet up with the Clockwork. They're gonna try to turn around, so they're gonna be committed here. On top of the Centaur, a little bit too deep.
Oh, this is a bad one.
Yue falls down to Universe yet again, but here comes this Bristleback, but looks like he will not be able to chase this one. High ground ward will spot out that Bristleback. They will be able to walk away from that one, but hey, at the very least, TBD, they're starting to find these kills.
Yeah, I mean, this is... I don't know what to say about this. They're not keeping the gyro safe or topped up at full HP. The gyro at least needs some kind of tanky item, like lifesteal. Just get one Morbid Mask, lifesteal up to full and then start the push. Don't do this tier 2 tower push at 30% HP, right? Like, what's the point?
Midside.
And he's-
Orphan! Sunstrike! Oh, that was gonna hit! Rykez steals the glory of the Sunstrike kill. Boo.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna have to tell Rykez in a private message, you suck.
Where's my potion?
It's alright. I mean,
No, it's
he's
not
a support.
No,
Needs his
it's not
farm.
alright. No. Report my support. Stealing my kills. SMH.
Oh, the gyro is going for BKB.
He has it.
What do I think of this? Oh, he has it. Okay, never mind.
Who needs
I
light
guess
heal?
it's alright.
I think he's banking on Kali's sword. I'm not going to lie to you, Creo.
I mean, BKB is an interesting pickup as well. It's almost considered a more aggressive one because it's like, oh, they burst me if they jump me, but if I survive the jump, I kill them
Orphan!
all. So
Orphan! We got it! We got a Tormentor death on camera, Creos! Clip it!
Oh,
save it! And
no.
it's a jump in onto Surge! Surge is gonna die to Rykez! Oh no! Not like that!
God.
Oh no!
What is
Somebody
happening?
save it! Save it!
TBD, come on,
Somebody!
get your shit together.
Somebody at Coolgun! Somebody at Cat! We've got another one, boys!
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Orphan dies to the Tormentor. What is this? 23 minutes in.
mean, one thing I do want to note
Cat,
is that I'm not seeing.
Cat is here. Cat, did you get the Tormentor death? Clip it. It's like around 23 minutes. Save it. Save it. Save it for the compilation.
Oh no.
Tower is under attack.
Okay, but seriously though, I think one thing to note is that TBD is so terrified of getting picked off in the side lanes like they were the last time that they're not actually putting anyone in lanes to push out these waves at all. Which means that any move that they make, even if it's Torm or Smoke, they can't do it because, you know, the enemy team is just going to be grouped up and expecting them to do this. And it's going to be really hard for you to engage on them right now. You at least need to put one person out to try and push out waves sneakily before you TP back and make a smoke play with the team. But they're just going to do this blind, which is not a good play in my opinion at least. It is interesting though that Vanguard is splitting up. You see the gyro all the way at bot. And it is an opportunity.
Incoming!
They know UA's inside the trees. Gotta be backing away from that one, so. Alright, looking at the game stats, 13 to 20 to 38, sorry. It's gonna be in favor of Vanguard, 19k gold lead, 25 minutes in, roughly. You know, I'm looking at chat. Skyla says that the script writers got me doubting the comeback. Don't worry, Skyla. According to my script, there should be a comeback attempt in this game. I'm pretty sure. It's in my script. I don't know if we have the same script though.
20K, we're gonna see a 20k gold net worth swing in about 3 minutes, guys. Don't worry about
Yeah, it's in our script, right, Krios? Are you
Yeah.
on page 5 right now?
it. Sorry?
Are you on
Yeah,
page
yeah,
5
yeah.
of the script? Yeah.
Yeah. No. We're not on that page. We gotta use the plan B.
Wait.
Yeah.
Let me
It went too far on the one direction.
Wait, let me look at the script again.
Yeah, even this is comment like criticizing you, dude. He's saying, dude, misplay after misplay.
Oh wait, oh no, Orphan. Gonna get hookshotted. He was in the lane. Orphan.
Wait, no,
He's gonna
hold
die.
on.
He has season's dirge, so he's back up. So I think this death was more of like a scouting death, but felt unnecessary.
Okay, TBD is really not playing together. Like, this is so strange. Your team has decided to push out lanes on the sides, and you're not nowhere near, and then you want to go in because you want to know that they're taking Roche? I mean, it's a bit strange, not gonna lie. I do want to say though, in a less unbalanced game, I think that Undying Shard is actually really strong against Dawnbreaker, because what you can do is that just before he lands, you can jump into the tombstone and then jump out, right, and then keep going. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. I've seen it used against me because I'm a Dawnbreaker spammer. I've seen it being used against me many times, and it's so annoying that, like, now I actually look out for it. Like I now decide
Gotta fall down.
to
They wanna try to get this kill onto the Bristleback! Gets burned down under his own racks! Solar Guardian going through here, but it looks like they're gonna find the clockwork at the very least, but Yue gonna fall down, and it looks like Corona found 2 kills of his own onto Surge Rubik. Double buybacks going through. They want to try to keep this fight going. Soundtrack going through. It's gonna be a little bit of a whiff thanks to the homing missile. Corona fan falls down, but that's only round 1. No BKB though on this gyrocopter. He wants to try to push forward here onto the Rubik. Buyback now from the Undying as well. Aegis still trying to find a pick off. Corona fan actually wait. He kills the Rubik somehow with the flak cannon.
I bet.
Oh, he's just way too fat right now.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Aegis still on the sideline. I think he's eyeing for this Invoker. Blink forward. Can he get the first damage? No, he cannot. EMP. Swoosh gonna go in. He's gonna die back. Double kill down for Corona fan.
That's 5.
This flak cannon is just doing absolute
no
work.
accident anymore.
Kraos.
You gotta call it now. Why is Gyro playing so low? Dude, you could die. Chill.
They're gonna back away from
Alright.
this one, Kraos. Mid-rack stay alive, but what a costly defense there on the side of TBD. 2 buybacks used, 2 diebacks on the board.
Yeah, I mean, this is the point where Tiny is also having a very miserable game, right? Because there's literally nobody who he can go on and kill, and he has to get a 4-star. That's how bad his game is right now. Oh,
Forward,
jeez.
wait, Yue? He got the kill onto the gyro! Yo, wait, what? He's gonna
Yeah,
die
I
for
mean,
this,
Gyro
but
is sitting around at 20% HP. He keeps doing this.
that's so worth it! Yue
It's part of the
dies,
script.
but
Part of the
yeah.
script.
Wait,
It's part of the script.
I'm on page 7. I don't see Gyro dying to Center in the triangle.
Well, you know what? Animal, I think the script has other ideas.
Yeah,
No,
and
it's just
does the script know this one? Rikes chasing Aegis. He's alone. Okay, there's the 4-staff. Worth it.
Oh
Rikes
my
can't get
God.
that kill.
Okay, there the 4-staff works.
My goodness, 2,000 gold on the bristleback. I mean, rather on the centaur. Tormentor gonna be claimed here on the side of Vanguard, and fortunate for them, they didn't die.
Oh my God. Okay, BRB. One sec. I gotta switch devices.
Alright, no worries, Krayos. Alright, with Krayos gone, looking at the game stats, 16 to 47, 29 minutes in, 28k gold lead in favor of Vanguard equals 15 armor. My goodness. Let's see if we got anything else good here in the script, guys. Still, this game is almost over, in my opinion, but somewhat of a fighting chance. Bristleback going for the BKB, but this Bristleback bottom on the net worth in terms of cores. In both teams, Beamy's gonna pause here. A little bit of a internet issue. Corona fan now with a butterfly in his inventory. 23,000 net worth. He has 10k more than the highest net worth on the side of TBD, and that's a Tiny. Does have a Conda, so this Tiny, his damage is no laughing matter. If he gets a right jump in, or rather on the side of Vanguard, if they don't respect this Tiny toss with the Conda, it's gonna be a lot of damage, and it could be detrimental because they don't have an Aegis. And speaking of detrimental, looks like the jump, Sunstrike going through, Beamy picks up that kill onto Orphan, a little bit too long on the TP. Orphan dies yet again, no buyback for him, 30 seconds on the board. And it looks like with that death,
Radiant's middle barracks
could be
are
drawing
under
in to the closing end of game number 1. Script might be a little short for this one, guys.
Do it with flair.
Nemesis Curse picked up by the gyro as well. So this gyrocopter, he does have a butterfly, he does have the BKB, but he's still relatively squishy in a sense that he's not invincible.
Radiant's bottom tower
Push
has
in the
fallen.
area, Ato's in, they don't get the EMP pullback, but they get the stun with the homing missile. Hook shot going forward here by this Clockwork. Gonna get the kill. Oh, nice save from the Tombstone. But will it be enough to keep this fight going? Pushback though, Whoosh! He's still on the wrong side of the cogs! He's gonna start running away from this one. Orphan dies! It's a Corona fan as well as Universe. They burst him down with a Star Breaker as well as a Flak Cannon. Way too much damage to keep track of. What more do you have left in tank if you're on the side of TBD? 30 minutes in. Mega Creeps on the horizon. At this point, it's an inevitability. That Mega Creep shall be claimed, and then whoosh! Jumped again! Gone! And Corona fan finds Surge! This Rubik has died at least 4 times! And he wasn't even the real target! He was just getting pelted! Jump forward, they find Raikes! Can they find anything more though? Beamy gets hit by the toss Conda. This Centaur, he's tanky, but not tanky enough. He's gonna fall down. Sunshine going through there onto Orphan inside the fountain. Do they have anything left here on the side of TBD? They have a buyback on Centaur, but Mega Creeps marching down mid right now. This is just an absolute surgical game on the side of Vanguard, and they call it GG. Whoosh has had enough.
Oh jeez, it's a killing spree.
Game number 1 ends in a stomp
Tower is under attack.
on the side of Vanguard. 17 to 54, 32 minutes in.
Dire victory.
That's just going to be game number 1 between these two teams. Honestly, I'm just shell shocked by this one. 37k net worth advantage for Vanguard equals 15 armor. They left no doubt in my mind that this game was theirs for the taking. But with that in mind, we're gonna go into a little bit of a break while waiting for game number 2. But my goodness, what a game for both these two teams. Or rather, on the side of Vanguard equals 15 armor. But hey, there is still 2 more games potentially left to be played here. But stick around, guys. Don't want to miss it. Vanguard TBD. Game number 2 in just a second. Hello, is this thing on? Anyways, welcome back everybody for game number 2 of this best of 3 series, TBD, Vanguard 15 armor. Game number 1 did go to Vanguard equals 15 armor, and in all honesty, I say this with in the most non-toxic way.
10 seconds remaining.
A stomp. Yeah.
5
Anyways,
seconds remaining.
game number 2. This is do or die right now for TBD, but like what I always said, the closeout games are always the hardest if you're the winning team, in all honesty, just because of the pressure you feel to try to close a team out, to try to replicate a game 1 victory. So right now, TBD, they have nothing left to lose. This is all in for them, the final game for them, potentially, if they don't pull this one out. And before we get into the draft, Kitsune says he was missing my glorious king's voice. Alright, thank you, Kitsune. Very flattered. TBD, they're gonna be banning out the Mars and Magnus once again, and this time they ban the Clockwork, and they also ban out the Shadow Demon, ban out Savage, they ban out Undying, they ban out the Lich, and now they ban out the Dragon Knight. Let's look at their first pick here on the side of Bandle.
Seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Pudge.
Wow. If I'm not mistaken, that's the first Pudge we've seen in quite some time in Season 2. The last time we saw a Pudge, I'm not really sure. Somebody has to fact check me. I don't know if Catnip played the last Pudge we've seen here, but I'm pretty sure this is the first Pudge in any playoffs of any division. Abaddon will be the answer here for TBD though.
Dire team ban.
Lina and the Benusa gets banned out here by Bandle Savage. TBD, their last ban here.
Radiant team pick.
They're gonna be banning out the Viper, so interesting ban here for TBD. So 2 heroes from game number 1, they get banned out. I like to call them PTSD bans just because of how well they did, how well they use those heroes.
Remaining.
So their pos 4, pos 5 gets banned out, and some respect bans obviously going to Uni.
Remaining.
TBD, they pick up the Baron, so I kind of expect them to maybe pick up a Gyrocopter, or at the very least, they need to pick up a range carry, if I'm not mistaken, just because of the peel that Abaddon can do for this TBD team. Because Abaddon pos 5, for me, would probably replicate the playstyle of a Sven pos 5, which is you're basically a high strength hero, high armor hero, walk up, hit, peel for your carry, and hopefully you can get either do a whole lot of harass damage on them, or you can kill them. Either or would work. So maybe I would expect a Drow Ranger pickup here, maybe even a Gyrocopter pickup for the side of TBD.
Lion.
They pick up the Lion, very standard position 4.
Dire team pick.
Bloodseeker.
Bloodseeker. Wow, interesting. Io, whoa, Bandle is cooking right now.
Seconds remaining.
It's really interesting to see here on the side of
5
Vandal.
seconds remaining.
A Pudge and Io support combo. So they're kind of lacking on the stuns department. TBD, they're gonna pick up Sand King. I don't know about this one, Chief. Sand King picked up here on the side of
10
TBD
seconds
into a
remaining.
Bloodseeker. I mean, there are worse options, specifically
5
the
seconds
Centaur
remaining.
and as well as the Pangolier, but assuming that this lane can go well for the Sand King, being paired up with the Lion
Lion
against a
team.
Bloodseeker, Could work both ways. Morphling will be picked up here by TBD.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Morphling good pickup here on the side of Bandle, or rather on the side of TBD going against this lineup, but
Dire team back.
kind of concerned for this lane of the Morphling. Outworld Destroyer. Oh my. They left it open. This hero was banned last game, and you see the Morphling and OD gets picked up, and that's a really good answer for a Morphling in my opinion. Once this Outworld Destroyer gets going, the mana differential will be insane.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team banned.
Final bans out for these two teams. On the side of TBD, they're gonna be, or rather for Bandle, they're gonna be getting rid of the sniper here. For TBD.
10 seconds remaining.
For Bandle, looks like they're kind of missing out on an offlane hero, but
5 seconds
I wouldn't really be
remaining.
surprised if they give Uni a +3 Pudge. But then again, he is against a
Team
Morphling.
banned.
Dawnbreaker will be banned out here for TBD.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
10 seconds left here for the bans of TBD. They still have a lot of reserve time left.
Dire team ban.
Final ban will be the Doom on the side of TBD. Really good ban here when you have a Morphling on your team, because generally you want to pick a hero that drains the mana of this Morphling, or at the very least you need a hero like the Doom to counteract that
5
shift
seconds
attribute on the
remaining.
Morphling. Yeah, Kitsune mentioned that, if I'm not mistaken, Puck on the side of TBD, he did mention that Puck does lose lane against an Outworld Destroyer because it's next to impossible to dodge an Astral, right? But going into the mid to late game, if Shane, if I'm not mistaken, Shane should be the mid laner. If Shane can find a way to really counteract that Outworld Destroyer and survive the lane, it could work wonders on the side of TBD, just because Bandle, they don't really have an answer for a hero like Puck. But knowing Shane's mid-hero pool, they might try to revert back to the Tiny, but I'm not sure if he really wants to go Tiny into this one. For Bandle Savage, they are missing an offlaner here. Who could it be? In the back of my mind, I would probably lean towards a hero like possibly a Centaur, possibly a Bristleback, something even more tanky so that this Bristleback has a relatively easier time to waltz right in, or maybe someone that could set up for this Bloodseeker. I wouldn't really be mad if they picked up a Tidehunter as well in this one. For TBD, I really want them to try to pick up a playmaking mid here just because of Bandle Savage. They lack any sort of disable, and they'll span out the Storm Spirit. If TBD really wants to, I'm aware that Shane does play Zeus, so Slark on the side of Bandle, so offlane Bloodseeker, if I'm not mistaken. That was not in the script, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. Final pick here will be actually Queen of Pain. I forgot. Queen of Pain flew under my radar. But offlane Slark? Yo, this is cooking right now. Script writers are cooking something. Off script indeed, Skyla. I'm genuinely surprised that we're having a Slark off lane. And Queen of Pain into this lineup. It's not really ideal on the side of TBD, but they're the players, I'm the caster. I don't really have a say in much of this. There's a reason I stopped playing Dota competitively. All I'm gonna say. Nonetheless, this is going to be our lineup here for game number 2 and potentially the final game for TBD. But let's hope, as viewers, we're gonna get a third game. Maybe Bandle wants a third game with this kind of lineup. Them picking Slark Pos 3. In quite some time since we've seen a Slark Pos 3. Alright! Game number 2 in this best of 3 series in the lower bracket semifinals. Winner faces off against Veteran Vanguard. Shout out to Skylaw and his coaching and his coach team, by the way. Veteran Vanguards, they're in the lower bracket quarterfinals. Winner will be facing off against them, and the winner of that match will be facing off against Dusk Esports. And looking at this lineup, let's introduce these players for potentially the final time this series. Whoosh on the Morphling, or rather, TBD on the Radiant side. Whoosh on the Morphling, Yue on the Sand King, Orphan on the Abaddon, Surge on the Lion, Aegis on the Queen of Pain. On the side of Dire, it's going to be Vanguard equals 15 armor or Bandle Savage. Universe on the Slark, Akari on the Pudge, Raikez on the Io, Beamy on the Outworld Destroyer, Corona Fan on the Blood Seeker. Looking at this lineup, it's very... The last pick Slark into the Morphling, I really feel like it's a counter, or rather, it's a Slark, yeah, it's a last pick Slark into a second to the last pick Morphling here. I feel like this is just a deal with the Morphling. Morphling doesn't really do good against heroes that could leash him, heroes that could really keep him in place until he gets a BKB. But I've seen a lot of Morphlings, they tend to avoid a BKB. They would want to go all these hard-hitting items and maybe lean towards a Butterfly or a Satanic as their saving items, their defensive item. But if you're forced to get a BKB in this game, I wouldn't really blame the Morphling. And even a Manta style. Morphlings would generally want to go Vladimir's and a Manta style, but I think no Morphling in this game should be going Vladimir's into a Sanjin Yasha. But right now, all eyes, in my opinion, the X factor on the side of TBD, it's gotta be this Queen of Pain. This is your last pick Queen of Pain into this lineup, into an OD, into a Pudge, into a Slark, into a Bloodseeker. You really have to find some way to find impact on this mid, because last game, he was the X factor on that Tiny, and this game, in my opinion, TBD, their X factor is going to be Aegis once again. On the side of Bandle Savage, I'm going to be leaning towards the Slark, in my opinion, in this game, because this Slark, you last pick Slark into this Morphling, assuming that you want to counter this Morphling. So with that in mind, a lot is riding on your shoulder to make this last pick Slark worth it into a Morphling. Because if this Morphling starts, you know, getting out of control, getting all these kills, they don't really have a lockdown for him. Sure, you have the Rupture, you have the Dismembered, you have the Astral Imprisonment, but at the end of the day, if the Morphling can somehow get a burst kill onto the Pudge or an Io, you're gonna be constantly fighting with less numbers. Five-man smoke here for both these sides. Into the high ground we go on the side of Bandle Savage, but looks like it's going to be a 5-on-5 fight most likely in this one. Akari walking to the high ground. Hook lands here onto Whoosh. He gets off the strength morph, but it looks like the damage might be too much. Blood Red connects. Beautiful save there from Yue and the Aphotic Shield. But Yue taking so many hits already from the Slark. 5 stacks
30
already.
seconds to battle.
Scream of Pain gonna be used. Akari wraps around Aegis. You can't die first blood, but he gets blocked up. Aphotic Shield again. Into the Earth Spike. 3-4-man stomp by Yue. No one dead just yet. Astral, can they get the kill onto anybody? They can't. TBD, they keep everyone alive, but at what cost? Aegis forced to go back, but at the very least, the creeps won't be blocked most likely. Lion will be snatching up the 2 runes over here. But Akari, that hook block on the Slark. Costly. That could have been a kill onto the Sand King, potentially even onto the Queen of Pain, but in the end, no one dies. Oh, mid lane! Akari gets a hook there onto Aegis. He's forced to use a tango to try to escape, but he uses the wrong tango! Wrong tree! BB walks up to the high ground. The harassment is so damn plenty. Aegis already down to half HP and he hasn't even got it in. He gets hooked back again! Akari! Not like this! And Aegis! TP'd into the lane, he tips Akari because he knows that Akari has basically won this mid lane for his Outworld Destroyer. No, no, no! Oh my god, Akari! Yeah, he said
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Topside, Yue has to be careful, does not have the Sandstorm just yet, and Akari is just free to hit this one.
The twins are pleased with your work, Pudge.
Oh my goodness, this is just absurd what I was watching there. Level 2 now on Beamy, he's free to hit this Queen of Pain, but at the very least Queen of Pain will be slightly bouncing back in some way, some form. Blood Red will be connecting here. Topside, 2-man stun. Mini Ravage. Does he have another hook in him? It's on cooldown. Yue will be able to use the Burst Strike to get away from this Pudge hook. Oh, it lands again! Akari! Akari on the Pudge! I'm starting to think that there's a new Pudge player we have to watch out for. That isn't named Catnip. Rot will be used here. Yue has to be careful. Akari! Oh my goodness gracious, Yue forced to use a wand to keep himself alive. Oh my goodness, Akari is just destroying the mental. Bottom side, Orphan gets taken down, or rather takes down Universe. So at the very least, bottom should be going relatively fine. I say that, but the last hits, 6 on the Morphling, 8 on the Slark, 3 denies on the Slark. Oh my goodness, my mind has been blown by this Akari Pudge, and I've seen Catnip play the Pudge, but I don't Catnip, let me introduce you to Akari Pudge. Oh my goodness. Akari has been playing so well this series, by the way. Last game he went Viper and he basically had more kills than the entirety of TBD 1 at some point. But the impact of this pause 5, make that a pause 5.5, maybe even just because of how much impact, how much kills he's been getting. Akari walking up top side, Surge in trouble. Should be fine. Gonna get ran down here a little bit by this Akari Pudge. Akari continuing the fight though. Yazok in 1 more second. Blood Red will be connecting. Hook back. Akari gets a kill onto Yue. Setting that one up perfectly. Akari 2-0 already on this Pudge and they can't even kill him. Raikez hitting it off right now with the bat and bottom side. Top side. Ooh, little miss there in the Burrow Strike. Unfortunate. Hook. Ooh. not this time, Akari. Earth Spike into the Stinger. That's a good amount of harass onto Corona Fan. Corona Fan does have 10 sticks on him. We'll be popping it. Good damage done there on the Bloodseeker. Bottom side, leap forward here onto the Morphling. Should be able to stay alive. Waveform away. But the harass, a little bit much there on the Morphling. Has to be careful because he's giving this Bloodseeker a lot of stir stacks right now. Hook lands again, Akari! On this pudge has just been absolutely stomping out TBD. They're gonna try to keep the chase going. Hook up in one more second, but the Tranquil Boot should be activating in just a moment here for Surge. Space created. At the very least for Yue. Close call there from the Lion. But Akari is just not missing on these hooks. Mid lane, despite that poor start, you know, at the very least, Quap is still somewhat in this lane. It could be worse for the Queen of Pain there. 28-9 on the OD, 23-2 on the Queen of Pain, but this is about as good as it's gonna get. Top side, looks like Akari making his rotation back here. Yue does use. Yue gone. Akari commits a dust. They're gonna find yet another kill onto Yue. Akari is now on a killing spree. Surge nowhere in sight.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Ace Rune gonna be picked up here by Aegis. Popping it. Push forward. Looks like they want to try to get this kill onto Beamy. Beamy is able to walk away from that one. Raikez also makes his rotation over here. Here comes Akari on this pudge. Tranquil Boot still active on the line until that hit. And here comes Queen of Pain. Can he use a, should he use a Sonic Wave? Actually, doesn't have enough mana to use a Sonic Wave. Unfortunate. They'll take down the mid Observer Ward there on Aegis' high ground. Look at the mana pool actually being taken away. 340 mana gone. Push forward. Aegis gets a kill onto Universe. So good rotation by him. He realizes the rotation is available and looks like mid-side. Sanity's Eclipse used here onto Surge. More Astral stacks being taken away, or rather being built here on this Outworld Destroyer. Orphan tried to steal the Wisdom Rune, but it looks like he will pay for it with his life. Universe secures that one, and he secures a second stack here on the Slark. So at the very least, despite the chaos that Akari has been creating for the mid lane and the off lane, they've bounced back quite nicely. Top side, Rupture gonna be used here. Corona Fan gets stunned up. Actually, Corona has to be careful. Hook save. Keeps Corona alive, but here comes Yue, or rather Beamy. Gonna try to get on top of Yue. Hex gonna be used on the Pudge. But I think he should have used that on this Outworld Destroyer. Burrow Strike away. Corona Fan hitting it up right now with Yue. Astral Imprisonment. Secures that kill onto Beamy, or rather Yue. Beamy gets that kill. Corona survives yet again.
The flayed ones keep you safe.
Bottom side. Boosh. Gonna get pressure here by Universe. Universe does not have his Shadow Dance just yet. Waveform forward. They want to try to get this kill onto Universe. So look at Universe getting all these stacks up. And it looks like he should be going down to Universe. Whoosh, too much damage to deal with. Burrow Strike forward. Looks like they want to try to turn onto Orphan. Orphan literally has no stacks to deal with. Yue gets a kill thanks to the epicenter. Push forward, gets a deny off Universe. What a play from him. Aegis also makes his rotation down here. But unfortunately, he's not able to get the kill onto Universe, which was the important one.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Top side,
attack.
Akari runs down Surge once again.
He's now dominating! He's dominating, Rick!
Radiant's top tower is
3 to
under
11
attack.
start, and it looks like it's going to be a low-key repeat of last game.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yue now in the bottom lane. Queen of Pain. She barely has enough mana to do a Scream of Pain Sonic Wave combo. That's just sad. But at the very least, Queen of Pain is using this time to farm the neutral camps. And looking at the last hits, 52 for the Queen of Pain despite dying too early in that mid engagement. Top side, Burrow Strike, Sandstorm, Hex. Can they get the stun? Doesn't look like they can. I think a little too greedy there on the Hex timing. And
Tower is under attack.
Outworld Destroyer comes up top here.
Dire's
There's
top
gonna be a
tower
hook
is
back.
under attack.
Akari now on a mega kill streak. And meanwhile, bottom side,
Now.
Aegis actually makes his rotation over, finds Uni, and looks like Raikez gonna be next. Yup.
Double kill.
Queen of Pain secures that kill onto Raikez. Killing spree now by this Queen of Pain. So really good bounce back for this Quap. Now top of the last hits. Top of net worth actually, despite that start that he had.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Not too bad, if I do say so myself, for this Queen of Pain. So the mental is starting to get restored here for the Queen of Pain.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Double damage.
Hook, top side. They have this member available for this Pudge. Mid side, they will get the kill. Surge falls to Beamy solo. Burrow Strike Sandstorm. He wants to try to use the epicenter on the Pudge, but will decide against it. Just look at how tanky this Pudge is. Ward scouts out Orphan. Oh no, Orphan. He's gonna get found out here. Hook onto Universe. A little bit of a misplay. Oh no.
Radiant's
Meanwhile,
bottom
bottom
tower is
side, I
under
think
attack.
Whoosh falls down thanks to the Ogre Smash by the Ogre Bruiser. Orphan survives top side, but you lose this Whoosh Morphling, who isn't really having the best of times here. Gate committed. Do they want to try
Radiant's
defending this bottom tower?
is under attack. Radiant structures
Fortification
are
used.
fortified.
No TPs just yet. Pushing forward though is this Sand King. We'll delay this push for a little bit longer. Pop, gonna be rotating as well bottom. I think they want to try to bait out the Sand King UA. Really trying to sell it right now. Queen of Pain making her rotation over. Jumping forward, it's Universe. They get an epicenter off here onto Raikez, but here comes the backlines. Conic Wave onto the both of them. And they have the damage, they have the AoE damage. Yue gets a double kill. Astral on top of Yue. Yue falls down.
Dominating.
Range up not enough to keep him alive. He does get the Blink Dagger off of that one. But beautiful setup there by Yue and Aegis with a beautiful Sonic Wave to catch them both out. Epicenter cleans up Universe.
Tower is under
Signs of life now for TBD.
Radiant's top
Tier
tower
1
is
gets
under
denied, bottom
attack.
side by Orphan. Dagon now being picked up here by Queen of Pain. Top tower though. Falls down to the
Radiant's
Bloodseeker.
top tower has fallen.
Oh, bottom!
Morty, who was
Whoosh
that?
gets found out under the ward, then he just gets obliterated by Akari. Oh no! Whoosh, 3 deaths already on the Morphling. I think he should have his Vladimir soon, but not the way you want this game to go on the Morphling. You need him to be that hero. You need him to be the main carry for your team in this one. They don't really have any real lockdown for this Morphling, but if you can deal with him at his weakest, you can deal with him at his strongest. That was basically a solo kill by Akari as well, and he has an Aether Lens off of that. Mage Slayer soon on the start.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Radiance being next on the list of Corona fan.
Radiant structures are
Mid tower,
fortified.
looks like there is no interest
Radiant's
in defending
middle
this one.
tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Mano Savage
Radiant's
definitely going to be
middle
getting
tower
this
is under attack.
tower. It's going to be the third tower they're going to get. They did
Radiant's
deny
middle
the
tower
bottom
has
tower at the
fallen.
very least, so that's only silver lining from that one. Who's trying to make up for lost time after
Dire's
that
top tower is
perfect
under
start
attack.
on the bottom side. Smoke movement top here. Kari as well as Beamy. Looks like they're gonna be running into Yue. Blink Dagger is off cooldown. Was he gonna use it? Burrow Strike away. A little bit messy from that Sand King. Hook Dismember onto Surge. Yue Gonna get caught out. BB gets that kill. Surge is still alive though. Does he have another hook in him? I hear a rupture in the backside. Aegis forces to blink away. Sonic Wave turns around. Aegis put the hook back with a rupture. Absolutely decimates the Queen of Pain. But hey, you get Corona Fan at the very least. 1-for-1 trade-off there. 2-for-1 overall. If you count the death on UA. But Shane has really found a way to bounce back in this one despite that horrendous start. He had no DP, forced to use the smoke and run towards the mid lane after getting hooked twice, by the way, by Akari Pudge.
Radiant's top tower is under
Universe
attack.
blocking away that camp. Smoke here on the side of TBD. They need to find any type of momentum now, UA. Smoke. I think they see that their stack is getting taken. Blink forward. Uh-oh! They find the punch. Oh, the hook back, BB! Stays alive and Akari saves yet again on the punch, but the chase forward, Aegis! Sonic Wave, Scream of Pain plus a Dagon. Enough to take down BB's mega kill. Universe will be able to get away from that one, and it looks like they want to try to get the jump back here onto Surge. Surge gonna get taken down by the rod. Going back in is Universe. In this one, Rupture yet again on him. Leap forward here by the Slark. They're gonna find the Queen of Pain. 2 for 2. UA. Looks like the fight's still not over. Woosh even trying to join this fight. Berserk away. Will get the catch on to the Slark. Blood Ride. Will it be enough? Blink away. Oh, Woosh, he's in trouble. Blood Ride of his own. Gonna be connecting here onto Raikez. Raikez has to be careful. UA, another Sandstorm. Keeps him alive. Keeps him safe. Another Berserk going forward here onto Universe. Universe has to try to find a leap out of here. No one's body blocking him. But he's gonna be a finger of death kill in the backline. Surge will find Raikez, but the chase is still on for Universe. All this space created. And it looks like they will get that kill thanks to the Burrow Strike. 2 for none topside. 2 for 1 technically if you count the Queen of Pain.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Sign of life from TBD. They want to try to keep the series going. But so far, it's still all Vanguard. Pudge going for the shard next, as he should. Aether lands as well on the Pudge. Hook! Oh, he gets him. Queen of Pain did not expect that one. Astral Sanity's Eclipse gonna be dropped, but Quap is able to blink away unless Akari can make a sick play. Looks like he won't be able to. Blind hook? No. Akari, if he throws his hook out, he's gonna be hacking. Oh, topside. They're gonna use a relocate. They're gonna find the kill onto the Lion using the Rupture as well, and that's going to be a Radiance picked up on Corona Fan 17 minutes in. Could have gotten it a little bit earlier if he got that kill on the Queen of Pain, but unfortunately, Aegis was able to outplay him in that time in the triangle.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
17 minutes in, 12 to 21 in favor of Vandal Savage. 3k gold lead. Game's still far from over. If you guys saw the early game for the Queen of Pain, I'll just say that it wasn't really the most ideal start for her. I'll leave it at that. Mentals was being threatened. Oh, hook onto the Sand King. They try to burst down this OD, but the save from the IO keeps him alive. Epicenter gonna be committed as well. Akari being controlled. Raikez taking a whole lot of damage, but the wand keeps him up. They will find Akari in the backline with the Dagon. Double stun there from UA. We'll find Raikez. Can they try to keep the chase going here for this OD? Stun. Beautiful Earth Spike from the Lion. They want to try to keep this one going, but the Rupture connects. They will find UA. Too deep. And it looks like Surge next on this list. 2 for 2 overall. Supports will fall down on the side of Vandal, but they find the Sand King at the very least. And it looks like I spoke too soon. 3 for 2 overall as Abaddon just gets ran down here by Universe on the Slark.
Dire's bottom tower is
Look at
under
the Slark
attack.
build being cooked up here by Universe. Mage Slayer now going for the Eternal Shroud. That's crazy work. That's nasty work if you're that Slark.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Ward scouts out the Bloodseeker. So they are aware that the Bloodseeker is taking this camp. I think they should be trying to get contesting this Bloodseeker. I mean, Morphling tried to hit into him, but he does have a shield rune. Can he try to turn this one? No Rupture available. Morphling forced to back away though, and there's no real TP help there. Bloodseeker just steals a stack, all for himself. Yule Scepter now being purchased by the Sand King. Something to help him keep him alive. AD rune gonna be picked up here by Beamy, so this OD gonna start doing some work here with his Astral as well as his Sanity's Eclipse. Smoke movement though here by Akari. Hunting into the triangle, into the jungle we go. Spots a glimpse of the Queen of Pain if I'm not mistaken, and now they know where the Queen of Pain is. Question is, do they have enough to catch her out? Blind hook? Not enough? Dismember? No, not there. The top side. Looks like they will get the kill there onto Woosh, but looks like Raikez will fall down. They'll find Yue as well. Astral saves the OD in the meantime. Hook will miss out, and Aegis gets a double kill. Blink forward here onto the Pudge. They still have Dismember. Will they be able to use it? No Aphotic Shield available. They turn it. Akari locks down Aegis long enough for Corone to get a triple kill on this Bloodseeker. A little too late there on the Aphotic Shield attempt. They find Whoosh. But they do find the Outworld Destroyer, but overall, Vanguard wins that trade out. And they steal both Wisdom Runes as well. Bottom.
Radiant's top tower is
We're
under
at a good
attack.
amount of damage here onto Universe. You will be able to pounce away.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Glimmer Cape now on the Pudge. Bloodseeker now does have his Aghanim Scepter going for the Eternal Shroud next, so he's opting to go for the magical build on the Bloodseeker.
Radiant's top tower is
21
under
minutes
attack.
in, 16 to 28, 8k gold lead for the side of Bandle. Under the ward is Universe. Oh, Burst Strike lands on this Io. Will be using the tether to get away onto the creep wave. Uh-oh, and here comes Aegis. Sonic Wave gonna get committed. Do they have enough damage to kill off Aegis in the backline? Raikez survives. Universe uses a Shadow Dance to get the kill onto Surge, but here comes a reinitiation. Yule Scepter on the OD a little bit too late. They saved the Slark. Slark should be able to pounce away on another hook back. They're gonna find Whoosh once again. He will be able to use the waveform this time to stay alive.
Tower is under attack.
But down one member. 4v4 fight. Aegis does not have the Sonic Wave, by the way. Burrow Strike gonna be committed on top of Raikez. Raikez still alive. Borrow time gonna be used here. Raikez will finally fall down to Aegis, but Universe has 38 stacks. Another Astral here on top of Orphan. Gonna die to Beamy. 10 stacks now on the Slark. Long drawn out fight works out in favor of this Vandal Savage side, and look at how much resources they use. A little too late on the Yule Scepter on the Sand King. They can't even find a kill onto the Slark. Gets a D-ward as well. It's been rough on the
Dire's
side
bottom
of
tower is under attack.
TBD.
Invisibility.
Invis gonna be popped here by Shane as Bloodseeker does walk up. They know where the cop is. She'll blink away. Hook! Oh my goodness gracious, almost landed on her too. No Rupture though. They want to try to reinitiate onto this Bloodseeker. Outworld in the area will blink away. Queen of Pain almost gets hooked out. BKB now, by the way, on this Quap. Corona Fan does not have Rupture for 40 more seconds, so if this is a fight, this should be it. Whoosh in the tree line
Middle tower is under attack.
is aware that they are here. Queen of Pain pushing forward. We'll get the dagger on top of this Outworld Destroyer, but looks like they don't want to try to engage this fight. Going forward is this Slark. Epicenter gonna get cancelled out though. They put the ward down so they know that this is happening. Pushing forward here. Can they try to get the kill onto this Outworld Destroyer? No, they cannot. He will get hooked away from this one. Corona fan will turn around. Borrow time will be used now on this. Oh, D! But the Bloodseeker's still alive! How is he living? Yui dies! And they get the Astral onto the Quap. He does have a BKB though. Or rather, that wasn't the Quap. That was a Morphling. We'll be able to use the waveform to get a wave there. Quap will actually find the assassination kill onto Corona fan. Beaming now with a double kill. He's now dominating. Triple kill now on his OD. Who's on a mega kill streak. They find Whoosh yet again. Pushing forward, Orphan. He doesn't have borrowed time this time to save himself. This is going to be a very slow, very painful death for Orphan as he's under tier 4s. Show this man some mercy. They're farming creeps under tier 4s. Queen of Pain in the mid side.
Structures are fortified.
Looks like she'll try to get the tier 1 at the very least. Oh, Yui jumps in. Rikez uses those mechanisms on himself. Try to fight this one up. Push forward. Surge. Can't get the kill on the Rikez!
Tower is under attack.
Yui buys back, but the Rikez is long gone.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Disconnect by Aegis as well. Oh no. It's all falling apart. Oh no. They unpause the game. Oh, and they find Aegis who's disconnected. What's happening right now on the side of TBD? Temper's Flare between these two teams. Looks like they're gonna be waiting for the Queen of Pain to reconnect, but things have just looked rough now on the side of TBD. All fell apart so fast. With a break in the action, let's just reiterate how winner of this one, they'll face off against veteran Vanguards in the losers finals, basically. Winner of that one, they're gonna be going to face off Dusk Esports in the grand finals in the intermediate C division. And Rikez spelling out the alphabet. Queen of Pain is now back. Yep. G whenever it's called. Buyback though from Yui after that kill attempt on the IO. There is still a chance here for TBD. Their high ground isn't the worst. Morphling now with a Manta style at the very least. Queen of Pain with the Dagon BKB with a Sonic Wave as well, level 18 on this Queen of Pain. So they got that going for them at the very least. They also have this Sand King initiation potentially, but it's just been. I'm honestly starstruck. I'm honestly lost for words right now after the exchange we had there. I'll try to not dwell on it, but it is what it is sometimes. Sticking together now is the side of TBD. Uh-oh. Universe pushing forward. We'll find the Slark. We'll find the Lion here. Hex stun on the Slark, but they don't have enough damage to get him. This is a very tanky Slark. Magic resistance everywhere
Radiant's
for
top
this
tower is
guy.
under attack.
Rupture gonna be used here onto Aegis, but does have the shield rune, keeps himself alive, blinks away as well for good measure. Hook going through, Burrow Strike, trying to stall this push out. Chronofant, happy to take this harassment. There's a Bloodseeker, does have an Eternal Shroud as well on top of him. But what have you really got left in attack?
Radiant's
Hook
middle
back there
tower
onto
has
the OD,
fallen.
double stun onto Corona as well as Slark. Pop just waiting for the perfect opportunity. Now they're gonna get the Morphling in. They're gonna bait out this Lion. Backline, Sonic Wave on the back, but they're gonna instantly burst down Woosh, who's just gone! Sonic Wave committed, but it's gonna be healed back up! Finger of Death used, and it looks like that's all falling apart. A dieback now on the Sand King. They tried to burst down this Bloodseeker, but it's just not enough.
Radiant's middle barracks
We're gonna paint back in this, but I don't think he knew that he was not under the Fountain Regeneration. 2 dead. As Whoosh. Yeah, that's just GG. They call it.
dire victory.
Vandal Savage dominate of 2 games here. Against that. Again. I'm just at a loss for words. A little bit of spiciness going on between the teammates here. Stand-in. Vandal Savage wins this one 2-0 against TBD. TBD, sorry to say, but they're going to be eliminated from this tournament. Vanguard equals 15 armor. They're going to be taking on a familiar foe in veteran Vanguard. Funny enough, the Vanguards are going to be duking this one out, but with that in mind, 2-0. Congratulations to both these teams and good effort being played out here by both these teams. And I think with that in mind, I don't think I will be doing interviews because I like doing interviews with a duo here, but currently all alone right now. But nonetheless, that was it for tonight, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for supporting. Thank you guys for watching and everything. So unfortunately that's all the time we have for tonight.
Wait, do you guys need interview? Do you guys need interview?
I mean, sure, we can do one interview for you from you
Okay,
guys.
okay. You know what? Fine. I'll invite everyone. Wait.
Just give me one. Just give me one, Aya. I'll make this
One?
quick. I'll make this
Alright.
quick. Yep. Who's that? Are you the sacrifice here? Oh, hello, Uni.
Oh my god, I have Mark.
What the What's wrong with your microphone?
This is what they complained about like at the start of game 2 because I don't know, there's some technical problems. At game 1 I had an FPS issue and so I tried to fix that. And when I fixed that, now my mic's the problem.
Interesting. Alright,
Yeah,
I'll
I
just
sound like from a fucking radio.
yeah, you all do. I'll just ask you one question so you don't hurt my ears and anyone else's ears. But anyways, Uni, so congratulations on the win here against TBD. Obviously, they did play with a stand-in, but going up against veteran Vanguards, I believe you are somewhat familiar with them. So how excited are you? How confident are you guys as a team and as an individual to face off against them in the losers finals?
The rest of the thing, I think they're very like excited to face off against veteran vanguards. But for me personally, I think I'm a bit nervous
Mm,
just because of their reputation and how strong of a team they are. So
mm.
yeah.
All right, so like, I guess that's enough. That's the
Yeah,
one
that's
question I'm gonna ask you because like I'll be honest, I didn't really understand. All I know is that you said that they're a good team and all that, but yeah, respect.
Mike.
Okay, well I think I'll let you go now, Universe. And with that in mind, I think that's going to wrap things up for tonight. So from me, good night, and from Universe, hopefully he'll get his mic fixed. So thank you.